Captain's Log, Episode 72. This week's episode of the Beer Ventures podcast is sponsored by the Beer and Cheese Collective, located at 35-11 Ditmars Boulevard in Astoria, Queens. Enjoy their eclectic array of craft beer, artisanal cheeses, and specialty grocery items at the Beer and Cheese Collective. Sign up now for Eats in Queens Restaurant Month, a month-long benefit for Queens Together, an organization dedicated to supporting local food businesses and alleviating food insecurity throughout Queens. A small donation gets you a discount at 175 restaurants all across the borough for the entire month of March, including a 20% discount at the Beer and Cheese Collective. Go to queenstogether.org for more details. On this week's Beercast, Captain Huck and the Beer Wonder welcome back guest beer venger Nutpool. Say what you will about Nutpool, we had 4 great beers, dispelled some of the rumors swirling around Greater Nuttown, delved into popular sport, and attempted to determine what constitutes a, quote, working man's beer. Remember to like, star, and subscribe whenever that feels appropriate, and send us your emails at thebeervengers@gmail.com if you have any questions, suggestions, or if you just like hearing us talk about you on the show. And now, without further ado, please enjoy episode 72, The Working Man's Nutpool.
Oh, with a beer Vengers, beer Vengers, beer Vengers. With a beer Vengers.
Welcome to the Beercast, everyone. Coming to you from an undisclosed location in Astoria, Queens. I am Captain Porter Brown Stout.
And coming to you from an undisclosed location in the Central Valley of California, this is the Pale Male, Hophead Huck.
And coming to you from an undisclosed location in the County of Kings, it is I, the Beer Wonder!
And coming to you from an undisclosed location in Nuttown, USA, in the nether regions, Nutpool!
And we are... Wow.
That was unique, I will say that.
Okay, yeah, that was it's always a unique experience, especially when we have one of our recurring favorite guests. Welcome back, Nutpool.
Oh,
Yeah.
shucks. It's great to be back, guys.
You know,
Great to be back. It's an honor, a privilege to be a part of your podcast.
you know, you're always memorable. We talk about you a lot, don't we, guys?
We do. You come up most weeks.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Nutpool.
Say what you
Well,
will.
truly an honor, guys. Thank you.
And we got a lot of stuff to deal with. I know it's been a few weeks since we've had one of these. Among other things, I know there's a lot of unfortunate rumors flying around in the Beer Venger sphere about Nutpool.
Mhm.
We really want to, address those and put them to rest for the most part.
Dispel them, if you will.
Absolutely, dispel is the word. Yes, exactly. Well, we don't get into the weeds about all that because now we are all sitting here with empty glasses. So I think it's definitely time that we get to the pours. Isn't that right?
It is.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Captain.
Must have been while you were
right out
kissing
of
me.
my mouth.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, wow. Hey. But
Nutpool are on the same
the
wavelength there.
yes, the question still remains.
Oh yeah.
We are all fully fledged beer vengers here. I for once my Emily Post abilities have been ruined by this confluence of beer vengers. I do not know how to break this one down.
I mean, I don't know if it's too obvious, but it seems to me that it's always the guest. I mean, yes, Nutpool is a guest beer venger, but that their guest is still in that. So it seems like the guest goes first. I feel like I'm out of my depth here, but
No, I
help
think
me.
that's good. Nutpool have one first, yeah.
All right, Beer
Whoa.
Wonder, ultimately it's your decision. But
I mean,
Oh,
here's the
truly.
thing. The logic works, and I do think that it would only be polite.
Absolutely. All right. What do you have, Nutpool?
Wow, this is such a privilege. I I would like to go first, and I have a nice little glass here from Odell Brewing Company.
Odell.
And yes, in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's a lovely brewery. But the beer I got is not from there. It is from Jack's Abbey.
Ooh.
That's right, Jack's Abbey. And it's a bourbon barrel aged PB and mallow.
Hello.
Mallow.
Framingham. Yes. So
Framingham, yeah.
it's kind of like those peanut butter and marshmallow sandwiches, like with the
Fluffernutters, is that what they call them?
the fluffernutters, yeah,
Yeah.
like you had growing up. So,
Or at least
Sure they had
Elvis
But
did.
now-
mallow.
More alcoholic, I assume.
Yeah.
Take a look at this beauty. I
yeah,
love.
take
the
a guess
Framingham.
on the ABV on this.
11.2.
11.2. You're close. It's actually a little higher.
Wow.
Look at this part.
Oh, we're getting
Yeah,
some
hold that up a
ASMR
little
on
bit
this
more, yeah.
pour. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good sound. People are gonna get that tingle in the back of their neck.
Nice healthy
Oh, yeah.
cocoa head there.
Yeah, just hold
Little
hold
bit,
those both
yeah.
up a little bit higher so we get a clear view of both of them. With the bottle too. I just want to see that
The
bottle
photo
again.
bottle.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, very pretty.
Gorgeous.
It's
Gorgeous.
very
I would
nice.
drink that beer.
I'm
I-
jealous. I love the Framingham series.
because it was
Peanut
such
butter in my stout. That's exciting.
such an honor to be a part of the podcast that I sprung for this one. This is not the
You really
cheapest
did.
beer I could find, so
Worth every penny.
but I think it's going to be amazing here.
Well,
So,
I went for cheaper myself.
definitely a strong, very strong cocoa nose on this baby. All right, let's taste it.
I was trying to segue into.
Yeah, thank goodness someone is bringing the bar down a little bit, Huck, cheapening things up. I appreciate that.
I got a Pilsner here. It's from Strike Brewing Company. I try to bring new breweries to the table. Strike is out of
Mhm.
San Jose, California. They have a lot of baseball themed beers that's being called Strike. And this one is called NorCal Pilsner, but it's not baseball themed, but the lettering is kind of Red Soxy.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, let's
I
crack her
could
open.
see why you picked that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of Strike beers. If I've even, this may be my first. I don't recall.
Oh.
I think it is. Are you getting on a camera? Yeah.
Well, she is
Oh, yeah.
golden. I will say that. That is a beautiful straw colored beer right there. And it looks like there's a decent amount of head showing up. Nice
And
fluffy
I'm
one
not
too.
I'm not saying that this is like a lousy beer by saying it just costs a little bit less. As a
There's a lot of we've always been bargain hunters, I think, even though sometimes we indulge.
Would you say that's more tawny or golden saffron?
Oh, I got to have you on some of our beer calls. I'm going to start using it. I'm going with golden saffron. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes.
Very good. What do you say, gents? Let's keep the party rolling.
All right.
Well,
I don't.
Captain,
ahead,
I
Vic.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm off my game today. So I feel like
right.
really, you should really take this next one here.
Well, thank you for allowing me that after I screwed up my sound on the last episode. It should all be working fine. This is one. This is not to surprise. It happens every week, every time I have a
Sponsored pour.
That's right. It's a
What?
sponsored pour from the Beer and Cheese Collective at 35-11 Ditmars Boulevard in Astoria, Queens. Yeah, this is one
like
new
them.
to me. The brewery, I feel like I might have had it. I'll look this up. I know Huck is our resident Googler, but I might look this up as well. But this is from Bunker Brewing in Maine.
Yeah.
This is a Castle Dark Lager.
Oh, oh my!
It's
It's a
a,
beautiful can.
Yeah. So it
I
is
can attest that
a.
Bunker makes good lagers.
I guess you'd call this a Schwarzbier, but it is a nice, hearty 7.5% ABV. So on the high end for that sort of thing. So let's crack
I'm
this
down.
open.
Yeah.
Take a look and see
Yes.
what we have here.
Oh wow! It's a thinner beer than I'm used to the Captain drinking, but it looks delicious.
There we go. Really beautiful
Nice,
head there.
healthy, head
Mhm.
there. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
And let's just take another look here.
Cheers. Yeah, Bunker's good. I
Wow.
like them.
Excellent. All right.
And
Only
finally,
I think there's only one of us left.
It would
I
only
think-
be
I think
polite to
so.
let the beer wonder go next.
Yes.
Well, you're so gracious, all of you. Now, in honor of Nutpool, since I know, sometimes Nutpool is our most experienced drinker in the sense that he goes wide afield at times,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we'll discuss some of that. But I wanted to get something light and crispy because I know sometimes he enjoys something a little light and crispy. So to honor Nutpool, I have brought from our friends at Talea their new al dente Italian style Pilsner,
Beautiful.
which
I've
I'm
had
very
that, yeah.
excited about. Yep, it is a very hoppy Pilsner, and so I'm excited to enjoy it with all y'alls. It is described as being filled hints of honey and herbs, which
Ooh,
feels more,
so.
which feels a little bit more springy than maybe what we're getting in the depths of winter. But let's see how this one turns out.
Oh, very nice.
Yep, pretty clear, good fluffy head, really beautiful beer, and I can even smell it from here. So
How would you
looking forward
describe
to
that color, Nutpool?
Yes, Nutpool. We'll need your expert opinion on this.
That one's a little more tawny, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's the tawny, and this is the golden
That's the
saffron.
golden
yeah.
saffron. That's the
And
yes.
and this
Yeah,
is something
good.
else. All right.
Oh,
Cheers, Beer Vengers.
cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
Vengers. Oh,
Well, that's great.
Ooh,
all right.
a little sustenance to it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I like this finish a lot. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to jump right in, but
No, go for it.
Please.
it's got a nice finish, nice bitter finish that you want. It's a real lawnmower beer, like really. And it's made with all German malts, so it's got a very old world mouth feel to it. That
Mhm.
after feel in your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, great color. Nice, working man's beer.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'll take it. It's different. It's got a little more of a tanginess than I
Yeah.
usually get from these West Coast pilsners. It's less hoppy than I would expect. Definitely more European vibe to it. All right, there you go. Good enough for me.
Excellent.
Strike.
Good enough for you, Hophead Huck.
We hit a
/Pale Ale.
home run with this one.
Oh my gosh.
This
Are
is
we
an
gonna-
inside. It's an inside the park homer.
Oh gosh. So much sports already, and I fear that this is the beginning of something.
Well, that's the theme. The strike, the baseball theme. Right.
Yes, I'm aware. I get it.
Brewery. They're called strike because that's one of the things when you pitch.
Right.
Okay.
You hit someone over the head because you strike people.
You strike it.
Isn't that when
Strike 'em
isn't
you're
that
angry.
when you stop working for a long period of time because you're demanding better conditions in your job?
And it got really confusing when the baseball players went on strike.
I know. I did not understand what was happening. It did not
They were
make
like,
any sense to me.
What? So we're not going to get walks or hits anymore? What are we doing? Don't follow.
It's funny
Yeah.
that it's called a strike when you don't hit anything, but a foul when you actually hit something. I don't get it.
I think if you get 3 strikes in bowling, then you're out. That's all. That's
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. This is
Yeah.
we are
It's
the
the same with
sportscast here.
with this brewery. You have 3 strikes, and then you better not get behind the wheel.
Oh, that's probably true. Yeah, that's logical.
The 3 strikes law.
But what ABV is that one? I think you told us already, but
5.
5. All right. I think all right.
I think
That's
yeah.
on the safe
Straight
side, especially with the California laws. I think you're probably right about
5.2
that.
actually.
that's
5.2.
a good working man's beer,
But they
Take
have
one
other
and then
they
go
have
to work.
stronger beers.
It's yeah.
I'll get some more descriptions while you guys talk about your
Sure.
flavor.
Now,
situation.
Nutpool, how is that magnificent Jack's Abbey beer?
Yes. How is the mallow?
Oh my goodness, it's magic. It's
Mhm.
really good. It's got the chocolatey nose, which I wasn't expecting, but certainly on the taste, you taste the bourbon, the barrel aging. It's you get a hint of that, and then the mallow doesn't really come until at the end. Like
Ooh.
it kind of settles in at the end of it all. It's like, but the one thing I am missing, I don't really taste much is the peanut butter so much.
Oh.
Sounds like
So-
one. And now I like it even better.
It's a little more chocolatey than peanut buttery to me.
Interesting.
And I'm a peanut butter freak, so I know peanut butter.
Oh,
because Nutpool, right?
Yes, we will. No, I
You know
read
why
something.
It's called a framing hammer.
Yes, it is Framingham in honor of Framingham, Massachusetts. Have you
Okay.
heard of this place, Hophead Huck?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it, Return of the Jedi in Framingham.
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Wow, look at that.
They're,
It's a
they're
hard-working city, apparently, and this is a heavy lifting beer. So, uh, they're saying it's a working man's beer,
Yeah.
but that working man better make a little bit more money.
My brother-in-law's a working man and builds houses
Yeah.
down the Cape, and he got a framing hammer, and he just thought it was named for the tool.
Oh,
Because
okay.
there is a hammer for building
Yeah,
frames.
yeah.
Like there's a
Mm.
framing hammer. He didn't realize it was a double meaning. He said, "Oh,
well, I guess now it's a triple meaning. It's
triple
it's,
meaning.
it's actually called, because since framing hammer is an actual thing, that's why they chose it.
Right.
And then also it's Framingham. I read some interesting news a week or so ago about Jack's Abbey.
okay.
As many of you may know, Jack's Abbey is exclusively a lager
Yes.
organization, but a few years back they started a sister brewery called Springdale to make ales.
Mm.
That
Right.
has, for the time being, ceased to exist.
Oh,
Well,
R.I.P.
the deal was, even though we were able to get some of the Springdale here, it was
I've
mostly
had it on the show, I think.
yeah, and it was mostly just for people having it in their tasting room. And
Oh,
then
okay.
once the pandemic hit, that wasn't there, and they actually needed more space in there to brew their lagers. And a couple times they've looked at like trying to reopen it or maybe get another space, and they haven't. So for the time being, they reserve the right to bring it back, but for the time being, Springdale is no more.
Wow, that's too bad.
Oh,
They made really
R.I.P.
good
Springdale.
sours. Used to get a lot of them at the Arts and Crafts when I worked there.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
There you go.
I got this at I don't want to see the competing Astoria Beer and Cheese.
The only Astoria Beer and Cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there is because the other one,
The Beer
other
and
one-
Cheese Collective,
yeah,
yes.
The Beer and Cheese Collective, yeah.
yeah, it's not your sponsored one. So
Well, everyone here except me got a beer from a non-sponsored one, so that's fine.
That's true.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry I let you down, guys. On
You
that.
did not. You absolutely did not. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate the
The humility coming
Yeah,
out of Nutpool. This is a new Nutpool.
It is.
Well,
it is.
you know,
New
it's a
year,
new
new
year.
Nutpool.
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
they say. That's isn't that the expression?
New year, new Nutpool.
Yeah.
I love it.
But before we get into all the rumors, I think we
heard.
should talk a little bit about. First about your beer wonder. Have we really?
Well, yeah. And we haven't heard about yours as well. I mean, the Talea is of course called an al dente, and since everybody seems to have a double meaning on this one, al dente has got like that little bite with pasta. I'm definitely getting a little bit of that super herby, kind of honey-ish, very light, crispy, easy drinker. People mentioned that there's like a toast or jasmine rice quality to it, which. Sure, but definitely honey and definitely herb. Definitely a working man's beer, but like a sweet working man's beer. Like maybe you're like I don't know, maybe you're like clipping the flowers, and like picking them to make a bouquet as opposed to like mowing the lawn. Like it's got that character to it. So definitely down with it. And of course, Talea, always a big fan. Always does really great beers. Love to support them. So happy to see this as a nice drinking beer.
So not like an Al Bundy beer, more like a Tim Allen and Home Improvement beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is the beer that Tim Allen would drink. 100%. Yeah, Bundy's not going to like this one.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I remember enjoying that when I had a can a few years ago. So
It's a lovely beer.
The olden days.
Back
2020.
I know. When the Beer Vengers existed, but not as a beer cast.
Yes. Oh yeah, we've only been doing this for 2.5 years, but the Beer Vengers have been Beer Vengering for
quite a while.
Go back and listen to our origin story, episode 1, if you really want to know how that. Or actually, was that? I don't know. We talked about it, and we did. We're still anyway. But my beer,
Captain, yes,
This first of all. Let's look at it again. This is really some beautiful can art here.
It is a gorgeous can.
The castle there, like this whole like medieval castle there. I don't see a moat or anything, but like all the nice stonework and all of that. It really is. I mean, it's just hits the right spot for something that's not like, because I love those heavy beers, and this definitely has a whole lot of flavor to it, but it has a nice light body consistent with a dark lager. It's got some of those sort of chocolatey notes and a few other things I'm still sussing out, but you got a really nice flavor profile. And I mentioned before I couldn't remember what my history is with Bunker. I did look that up, and they go back to actually, we mentioned that we started the blog back in 2014, which is when I had my first Bunker beer.
Oh,
It was a
A
Dunkel
while ago.
in 2014 called Hombres, which is, and here's the funny thing: almost all three of these are the exact same, basically, roughly ABV. That was a 7.5, and I had a Dark Wave, which is a
Oh.
Baltic Porter, back in 2016. And that was a 7.8. So, and I consistent 4 stars all around. So really, really, really nice beer.
Nice.
Nice.
outstanding.
Do you feel like more like a king or a duke or
Ooh, that's I feel like this would be more like maybe a squire.
Oh,
Like this is like a
course.
but a squire of someone with a high status. So they maybe get slightly better beer than the other squires.
okay.
Okay.
As
I mean-
as one should.
I mean, the
You're
kings.
upper class working man of the medieval times.
Yeah, right. Upper middle class. Let's say that.
Love it.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, you're right. Because if you're king, you pretty much have to be drinking something with imperial in the name. There's the pressure.
That's
Otherwise,
true.
people like, this guy's losing
Imperial
his power.
stout?
He's
What's
drinking a
the point?
pilsner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slumming
hear
it with the normies.
So I
Yeah,
guess if
as you
anyone was king with the beers right now, it would be. Well, I'd hate to say it, but me, I guess.
That's true.
That is
And
true.
you also have a Baltic Porter. That's the Framingham is that. That's how they're, because it's a lagered beer. So
That's right.
Yeah.
That is the only porter that is a lager.
That's true.
How about that? I mean,
I did not know that.
one of a kind.
Yeah.
Well, Nutpool, you've always been one of a kind.
You really
Well,
have,
thank you.
although not
Thank you.
necessarily to the degree that some people have been saying. I mean, some people would say he's one of a kind for the wrong reasons. I just really want to dispel those rumors, put them all to rest.
Is it time
Yeah.
to do that now?
Wrong reasons. Well,
Oh, well, the last time you were here, I think maybe you were on some the wrong medication or maybe off your meds altogether. I'm not sure, but I know you got some help and you seem really well adjusted now. So I appreciate that. So like the rumors, there was one going around that we're only having you back because you were seeking legal action because you thought, what was it? You seem to think that come back anytime constituted an oral contract, and we hadn't had you back, and we would have had you back anyway. I mean, it was like but you didn't do that. That's nothing you did. That's a completely
Wait a minute,
a
where did that
scurrilous
even come
rumor.
from?
I don't know where it came from. It
I
certainly didn't.
no
Certainly,
clue.
certainly didn't come right out of my ass. It's completely unfounded.
Mhm.
for sure. I definitely didn't hire counsel and seek legal action against you all. That would have been something just completely out of character for nothing.
Even when you were off your meds, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even
Well,
when you were in character,
what
it would have
meds
been out of
really?
character.
But yes, Nutpool doesn't need any meds. That's what makes me so fun.
Right.
But
Not that people on
No.
meds aren't fun. Let's just get that taken care of.
that of course.
I know you didn't mean that as an insult to Huck, but
No.
you're both fun.
I do take meds. They're just for other things, like
Mhm.
yeah, making me look handsome and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's
know.
important to keep the Nutpool aesthetic.
I mean, hopefully I'm handsome. I'm just, I'm as you know, I've been working on some things. Humility is a big thing I've been talking about with my therapist. So yes. Anyways, no, legal action that was neither here nor there. I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so ridiculous, and I
one
had to
rumor
put it to
dispelled.
rest. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so important that we really update the Beer Avenger sphere to rehabilitate the good name of Nutpool. because
That's
it has
right.
been dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
Wow.
By whom? We're not sure.
We don't
Wow.
know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I did seek legal counsel, it would have been with Johnny Cochran. R.I.P.
Yeah,
But-
R.I.P.
Right.
And that wouldn't be.
Mhm.
He's not very effective these days.
No.
R.I.P.
No.
No, but man, he would have been. Yeah.
Not getting anyone off for murder anyway. R.I.P.
Yes. If
Say what you will.
if the beer doesn't fit, then don't sit.
Yeah, you see, it wouldn't have
I
even
can't do
worked.
it. I
Yeah,
can't do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
why I would need Johnny Cochran. Anyways.
there you
What
go,
other?
one
I'm
down.
interested in these other rumors.
I'm glad these rumors are now put to rest. We don't have to deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
We can just enjoy the Avengers sphere again,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I do want to clear this up because there was
yeah.
this.
Oh, there's another
There
one.
was this rumor going around that that Nutpool was seen walking around the Bronx Zoo with a snow leopard tail, just dragging it around after him, all through the winter season, which was very confusing because when I saw him there, he was absolutely being a polar bear. And so I don't know where this snow leopard nonsense came from. And so I'm just hoping you could help us dispel, where your true animal fealties, lie.
Of course. Well, no, I do. I have nothing against snow leopards. They're a great, beautiful animal. In fact, and the reason I can understand why this rumor would come about is because I directed this wonderful show at the Bronx Zoo for Holiday Lights, and it was about finding a snow leopard. It's called Spotlight. Spotlight, the Snow Leopard musical. And it was I got to direct it. It included like a shadow play and a snow leopard tale, as you mentioned, and music and all that fun stuff. It's some rapping even. It was very avant garde for the zoo.
Well, that's exciting.
So we're very proud of it, but in no way. Does that mean snow leopards are my favorite? I just directed a show that the snow leopard was a star.
Okay, and because there had been a rumor that when they saw the tail that there was blood on it and that maybe you'd attempted to eat the snow leopard to really embody its powers. And I just want to make sure that we're clear on that wasn't a part of this experience for you.
No, I think you're confusing me with Charlie Sheen right now. I
don't there we go. I'm glad. This is important.
Yes.
I can see why my favorite animal everyone knows is a tiger.
Okay.
So you're thinking of the tiger's blood thing that he was into, and
that
mixing it with me directing a snow leopard. So I understand where this happened. Yes.
Well, when you're as big a deal as you are, Nutpool, it can be difficult for people to keep these things straight. So
please, yeah. I'm just a particle in this atom, in this molecule that we're a part of. I'm just doing my part. Hopefully I'll be have a positive charge and not a negative charge, like an electron. I'm trying to stay away. I was an electron, a very active electron before, but now I'm trying to be more positive and leave a positive mark on this molecular world. I'm getting really deep right now. I'm sorry. My therapist.
No, I think it's great. I think it's great that we're like. I'm sorry we didn't have you on sooner because I really think we needed to clear the air about all this because it just sometimes you think if you don't address the rumors they'll just die and fizzle, but then people keep talking about them, and that's all of them except for there's one more.
There is this one. This one's been bothering me. I'll be honest.
I'm glad you're bringing this up because it is in no way at all making me angry.
We want to clear your name, man. That's all.
That's why we're here.
Is to clear your name.
Yes, of course.
There was no legal action. He didn't eat a snow leopard, and this third one also just seems very concerning.
Yeah, it was this whole rumors that you were that you had doxed Huck and Cider Girl, and were harassing them other ways that I don't even want to mention, and that's the reason that they moved to California, which is I know. I mean, that's not true. I know.
Absolutely.
I don't even need to ask you. I just want to. I'm here most to say it's not true. If you want to talk about it and wonder how those got started, I don't know if that would. I don't know. I'm out of my depth here.
So what is your definition of of doxed.
Oh, that's that thing that happens that like trolls on the internet do, where they expose someone's information and just and as a result open them for all sorts of harassment. Sending cops to their house, figuring out some way to send a SWAT team
Hmm.
there, all of that. Which,
Pizza.
yeah,
Yes, Captain, you seem to know a lot about this topic.
yeah. I've read. I do a lot of reading. Yeah,
So,
you
Oh
got to
man,
know how to protect yourself against
I
things.
would have to say, since your knowledge seems superior to mine on the topic, that perhaps you need to look inward, as my
Well, yeah,
therapist would
yeah,
say.
I do. I need to, and I need to protect myself from that kind of thing. It's, I think, most important. But yeah, so yeah, once again, no more of that. And I did
I'm
want to.
certainly not accused. I'm not accusing you. I'm not.
Oh no, I can
I'm not.
tell. Yeah, no, we're just
I'm
talking.
not getting angry. I'm not. No, everything's good here.
Yes.
It's an honor to be here.
I,
Uh,
I,
to
yeah,
have the great Nutpool. Sorry, just the Nutpool. Or just Nutpool. You
yeah,
don't have to say the. That's uh,
yeah.
that denotes that I'm really important. Anyways, yes.
So a couple of strike brewing beers, other beers. We have the Sultan of Flat, Pop Up Pilsner, Fielder's Choice. We've got Enfield Fly. We've got Bare Hand.
oh,
We've got let me see, Hayes is Loaded.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So these are all like wrestling moves, right?
This is baseball stuff.
Oh, okay.
How about this one? Czech Swing.
Oh,
It's a Czech lager. Get it?
oh yeah, that makes sense. That
that's
tracks.
like a
Four
that's like a
bagger hoppy
bunt.
lager. Gold Glove. I think they're running out of names. Out of Left Field. They're not all like this, but like Anniversary Brute IPA. I don't get that.
Huh.
No, that makes
Top
it.
Closet
unclear.
Double IPA. I'm not sure what that is, but it has to do with
I
Shake
will-
Off Milkshake IPA.
I
Babe
will
Brute.
say, just hearing Hophead here, it was great. I am bummed that they moved away. I'm glad they're doing their thing, and me and Wheat Lightning, we
Mhm.
did get to visit
Yeah, they were
Mhm.
here.
Hophead and Cider Girl in the summer, and it was a delight. And actually, and that's really what helped push me towards the light side. So
Good.
just
Excellent.
seeing there.
Yeah.
We were glad to have the both of you here. It was a wonderful visit.
Even
Yeah.
though you did drink, even though you did bring a dark beer today, I can see you are moving towards the lighter side.
I did. Oh dear. I hope we don't get to a second beer because that one's really dark. But
It could happen.
Well,
it could happen.
With all of the sports discussion that has been going on, though, I know, Nutpool, that for your people there was
Oh,
a very
yeah.
there was a sacred event that recently happened.
Wait a minute. It happened already?
I think it's something about an owl. I'm honestly not 100%. I mean, here's the thing. I know that there was the owl from the Central Park Zoo that is now
Oh,
flying
yeah.
around
It's its own thing.
in, that's a whole, but I think it's a different owl, if I'm not mistaken.
But
Yes.
I thought it was coming up like next week or next month or something. This happened already?
oh dear.
No, I don't.
You're-
I don't know. Tell me, Nutpool.
No, it happened last Sunday.
Oh.
Like a week and a day ago. One of the most magical experiences ever to grace this earth.
Oh, do tell.
Yes. And I know Hophead Huck was watching this, like he had to have been. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Good. They're making a superb owl reference. Most people call it the Super Bowl.
Oh, I get it.
Yes, you get it. And the Kansas City Chiefs once again won the Super Bowl, and now they have, I think, officially a dynasty. Once you've won
Yeah.
2 Super Bowls within a small amount of time, they've been in 3 of the last 4. So, Nutpool, I don't know if you remember or if I even said this on the last few that I am from Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. So I've been a lifelong Chiefs fan and Royals fan, but the Chiefs, it's just a great time to be a fan. We got Patrick Mahomes right now. He's the MVP of everything. Also, I this would be interesting for the Beer Vengers. I don't know. Probably none of you watched the parade that happened on Wednesday in Kansas City, but they celebrated, of course, winning the
What, like
Super
3 days
Bowl.
after the owl?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So they
Give everyone time to
celebrate,
sober up. Yeah.
and Patrick Mahomes was the MVP of drinking beer as well.
I
Oh.
didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Uh, so I don't know if it was quite as as memorable as Tom Brady throwing the Lombardi Trophy over boats to for someone else to catch it.
Yeah.
You know, throwing it over the water. This is the most prized trophy in the NFL. It's what they all play all season to get, the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
It's great. And he
but-
didn't even have to deflate any balls to do it.
That's right. No scandals involved. It was great. Mahomes,
Well, it's pretty scandalous.
has been chugging Coors Light. Another reason why I love Coors Light, and I also chug it when I watch Chiefs games. Some call it superstition.
Second
It's
most
probably
popular beer in the
superstition.
US.
I mean, not that it's not a good beer, but I do enjoy the quantity of Coors Light I can take in a game. But Mahomes, he handed the Lombardi Trophy off. So he took a picture with someone, and they're like, "Hold up your trophy," and so he has the Lombardi Trophy. Took a selfie with them, and then he hands the Lombardi Trophy to them and then just walks away. He's like, I think he just got in his mode where he's like, oh, people ask me to hold things while I take pictures with them, and I just give it back to them like their baby or a poster you have of me or that I signed, whatever. So he took a picture. You can easily find it on the internet. It's one of those funny fail things.
Well, clearly he needed to get to
and
a
he
Coors
just
Light.
handed it to a fan, and of course, security was on the fan immediately. They're like,
Naturally.
you're not going anywhere with that."
I mean, he's
But
such a
Mahomes
humble
was
guy.
gone. He's like, "Here, take this."
He would rather have a beer in his hands than a trophy, which I don't even know.
That's a true beer venger
I don't
right
even
there.
know what part he played, but yeah, but I respect him
some
for that.
people are really like, oh, how can how can the Chiefs be such a disgrace? They're all drinking in public and blah blah blah, and it's like, come on, these are role models in all the ways.
And certainly beer venger role models. The way
Nutpool
yeah.
approved.
Excellent.
It was a good
Well,
game,
congratulations.
Kind of had an anticlimactic ending, but I was rooting for
Oh
the Chiefs.
well, yeah. I didn't want that penalty either, but on retrospect, it was a hold. And we've seen
the
NFL
gentleman
films
said it was
they've shown you
himself.
can see the jersey fully being tugged and all that, but the guy admitted to holding. He was
Right.
like, I was just hoping it wasn't be called. When it's Carl Sheffers, he's the head referee. That's kind of what he does anyway.
There you go.
This is boring. Half of
We
our
may
audience,
be getting.
moving
Well,
on.
I wouldn't say boring, but I will say it might be getting a little too deep in the weeds for myself and Beer Wonder. In fact,
Yes,
when we
yes.
started
Let's
going
get
down the
back-
sports rabbit hole, I almost said maybe we need a safe word in case we need to move on.
Well,
I
some other framing hammers flavors. We have
Oh,
peanut butter and jelly,
Oh, that's good choice.
coffee, cocoa nut,
Oh,
mole,
mole.
mole.
s'mores,
Yeah,
graham
that's what
cracker. Forget the chocolate and marshmallow, just the graham cracker. Cordon rouge. I don't
Oh,
even know what that is. Super mole. Gingerbread.
I'm pretty
Peanut
sure I've
butter
had
cup.
gingerbread. I might have even
cinnamon
had it on the
roll,
show.
honestly.
Samoa bourbon. I mean, just good. The list goes on. There's tiramisu.
I would like to compare the PB and Malo to
Mhm.
their s'mores, and just tell the difference because maybe my palate is not as refined as you three, but
Stop it.
this tastes very much like a s'mores to me,
Mm.
and not
Okay.
about I love it, and the ABV I'm totally into as well.
Yeah, Nutpool, I don't know if your ears were burning on our last episode, but I had one of your personal favorite. Well, actually, one of the ones we've shared together on the last episode. The Well, there's this perfect example for a huck up here. I called it the Dino S'mores beer, but obviously it's supposed to be pronounced. I know. I think I pronounced it Dino S'mores, but clearly it's supposed to
Yes.
be pronounced Dino S'mores.
Mhm.
From
That
your
makes
part
more
of the
sense.
country,
Yes.
from Off Color
I
Brewing in
get it.
Missouri. So
There you go.
Oh,
Missouri, baby.
it all. I
I
think
did
it. Well, or
not
is it
pick up on
Illinois?
that.
I don't know. But since Huck is googling the framing hammers, I felt I should look at mine, and I know I did have the gingerbread one. I'm pretty sure I had it on the show back around 2020. But I had their s'mores back in
Oh.
2019, and I gave it a 4.25. I also had their coffee barrel aged one, their bourbon barrel aged one, and gave both of those ones some of the highest rankings I have, 4.5 stars.
look at that.
So
It's a great series of
yeah, they
beers,
really are.
Can I share something with you completely
Oh.
off
Please.
the cuff here? This is
Oh my
just
gosh.
random. This is happening to me right now.
Experience. I love this.
It's just
So
blowing
honest.
my mind. Are you on your laptops at all? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a bottle cap? I know you were all cans, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we're all kids, but I'm sure one of us could acquire a bottle cap.
If you take a bottle cap and you put it on the right side of your laptop, on the lower right, it's completely magnetic. I'm doing some
cool.
crazy stuff with my bottle cap. Anyways,
Wow.
so if you're listening at home and you have a laptop, just crack open that bottle,
Mhm.
put your bottle cap. It'll stick right there on your laptop.
And it will absolutely not
it's
erase
gonna
your hard
go.
drive. Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to put a virus that says Nutpool is the most awesome thing ever.
No, you don't need a bottle cap for that. We all know
No,
it.
we're all aware.
Yes.
Now that you've self-actualized, it just is out in the world. It just is there.
I went off on a tangent, but it was blowing my mind.
Well, that's
All right.
cool. You know,
Yeah.
I do want to go back to sports for a real brief second, just because we've got all the rumors out of the way, but I did want to ask you sort of a follow-up to something you mentioned on the last episode.
More rumors?
I know, not rumors. No, rumor is something actually you were just fantasizing
Great.
about, but maybe you were
Great.
in a
No,
state.
no.
So
I'm not getting upset at all.
I
It's
just
great.
want to be able to reassure everyone that you have not physically assaulted any National Hockey League players. Because you were mentioning that
I
you
know.
could if you wanted to.
Yes.
And I think that made some
Um,
people, we got a lot of letters about people who were sort of like friends
As
and
we
family
do.
of hockey players.
Yes.
You do.
You know, my mailbox was just
You
jammed.
get a lot of letters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of snail mail.
I got physical letters. Okay, somehow you all found my address in my County of Kings location.
now
It's
we
bad
know it
news.
got
Hockey fans are very determined and they're very sensitive.
I'm so mad that I'm gonna send a snail mail because he'll just think I'm trolling if I put it on the internet.
Yeah,
correct.
but
Exactly.
I'm
So-
gonna it makes sense. No, I only beat up one NHL player. It was
Did he
no
have
big thing.
Did he provoke you? I'm trying to give you some rope here, man.
Yeah.
to hang myself?
No. To maybe I used that metaphor wrong.
No, yeah, he provoked me. I was like, hey,
How dare you?
I think you're a pretty small guy, and I'm Nutpool. Who are you?
Oh, he's not making it better.
And
Yeah. No.
Maybe we should move on.
This guy was like, "Oh yeah," and then he swung at me, and then and then I was in the hospital. But
Oh.
but I definitely got the better of him. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, which I.
If you don't, you may not want to try it again. Just friendly advice.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm Nutpool, so I come back stronger and better,
All right.
nuttier, if you will.
And also to fill everyone, I meant to mention
Nutpool.
this a few episodes though. I want to thank you you
Nutpool.
invited all of us. You're Nutpool. You invited all of us to a wonderful holiday event at your dwelling. In your what did you call your undisclosed location at the beginning?
Nuttown, USA, in the nether region.
I took a trip to Nuttown,
Yes.
USA. You had a wonderful holiday party. We had some great beer there, and I want to thank you for that. It was cool.
And thank you for making it to the nether regions, because
Yes.
a lot of people don't. You hear about the Badlands in Utah, and you actually go there, and it's not so bad.
Yeah,
It's
It's not
beautiful.
bad at all. Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Once
Same
you
with
get
the
used to
nether
it, yeah.
regions.
Yeah.
Nether regions can be a beautiful place.
Yeah, once you get used to
I'm
it,
sure.
sure, yeah.
You just
Oh,
you just
fuck
got to
yeah,
make
my dude.
sure. You just got to make sure everything's it's that it's you got to keep the streets clean. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what we do here in the nether regions, and I'm really proud. In
Yeah.
Nuttown, It was great to see
We're not gonna
you.
get letters about that.
I
No,
I
that
invited,
one's
The streets clean, ladies.
I invited Beer Wonder, but apparently he was
yes. Well,
too
I was
busy
eating a snow
saving the
leopard. I mean,
world.
wait, no, I'm nothing about a snow leopard at all. I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that incident.
I mean, I could say it was on
Mhm.
Broadway because I feel that's almost as vague as Nuttown because there's so many Broadways, so many where. So
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it doesn't really narrow it down.
Yeah, it's and I do love the Broadway, a story of beer and cheese. It's it could be close to the nether regions, or it could not.
It's a
It's
fine
all,
establishment.
it's
Yeah, I went there recently myself.
I have a growler, and I love to
As one
come
should.
and yeah.
And growl with it.
Have you talked about this on the show? The growlers.
I mean, from the beginning, yeah. But what about specifically about them?
Just that it's a great deal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I it might have been a minute since you've mentioned it, but I'm just bringing it up again. Like the growlers, it's a great way to go, especially if you're going to have a bunch of people over. And
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I think that's the only time when I generally get it, just because there was a period during lockdown when it was harder to get them, and so I'm generally I drink my draft beer on the premises of places, but I always like when I have people over, I'll get the growlers. I have quite a collection. In fact, I have 2 growlers on either side of me right now, holding down my green screen.
It's a good use for a growler.
Because I have so many growlers. I don't use most of them for beer. In fact, I have 2 growlers full of water in my refrigerator right now.
Okay, hey, that is also a good use.
Well, the reason I have 2 is because that way when I empty one, it has time to get cool while I drain the other one.
I mean, that's nothing short
logic.
of brilliant. That's
I used to get growlers a lot back when we used to have little parties at the house, and
that's why you're
but
the
I would
captain.
only get them for the same day generally.
Yeah.
I always felt that if you wait a couple days, you lose the
24 hours max, I think.
Yeah. But I love
Well-
crowlers though, because crowlers.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
encased. And
Well, I mean,
can
once
wait
you
a few
open them, you
days
still
before
have to
them.
use them
Yeah,
all.
once you open it, you don't have to worry about it as much.
It's
I'm
definitely
a
for
growler
a
guy.
social event. It's not something you're, like the Super Bowl. That would be a great use of a growler.
But growlers are
now-
also great environmentally, where you can reuse the bottle and
Look at that.
growlers you got to
Yes.
throw
Yeah.
away or recycle.
And can I mention something? I know we've mentioned this before, but Greased Lightning. Wow, sorry.
Go.
That's a good beer, isn't it?
Wheat
Nutpool, yeah.
Lightning. Wheat Lightning.
Wheat lightning. Yeah. Yes.
My my wife, perhaps. She is. We've talked about the children's show she's done before.
I don't know if she'll like hearing you say perhaps, but okay.
No, she is. She is.
Okay.
I'm keeping the mystery with
Yes.
as
Keeping the mystery alive,
superheroes. We never know what to keep disclosed, and
Especially the more of a 12% beer we have in ourselves.
Yes.
Can you tell? But yes, we've talked about her children's show before, Maestro's
Yes.
Magical Music Box, and
Very exciting.
we are currently. This is very exciting. We're doing a live version of it for the first time.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, for the children's. It's going to happen at the Crane Theater in New York City here, basically in May and June on the weekends, and it's going to be great. It's going to have music and puppets, and I may or may not have written at least half the script.
Wow.
I'll be involved in the creative team for that. So
Very cool.
I think it'll be great. I'll have a lot of magic and education. Sorry, Huck, you brought up the environment, and there's definitely things about things we can do to help the environment in that show, as well as like music education and other things as well. So,
And where can people go
I'm
to
gonna
find
go out
more
on that.
things out about this show?
yeah. So, if you have any kiddos out there, definitely check out the Crane Theater Maestro's Magical Music Box. It's coming in May and June. So,
Mm.
And
check
Now,
it
is
out.
there
It's gonna be a
social
good one.
medias that people should look for, or other places that they may want to, if they want to connect with you?
I don't think any of this is up yet on.
Oh, very
It's
exciting.
it's at the Crane
It's
Theater.
a
Yeah,
scoop, a
it
Beer
is.
Avengers scoop.
It is a very new development. So yes, we basically have 2/3 of the cast already, and we have the venue, and we're all set in the dates, and we're all set. We're just waiting on a few other things to fall into place, and I think the Crane actually has to approve all of the social media stuff, so that's why we're
Oh, okay.
waiting on that.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I think we are the premier podcast to talk about beer and children's theater. I don't think anyone else is there.
Absolutely.
Anyone
No
else
one else
there.
is doing
Yeah.
this.
No,
No one
no.
else is doing this.
Groundbreaking.
I 100% agree with that.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
In fact, I don't go to any
we know
children's
children's
shows unless
theater
there's
in this and
beer
in this
being served.
podcast and beer.
I mean, the
We
great
did
thing about
have
being
a
down
little,
at the Crane, it's there's so many great bars there in the East Village where you can
oh yeah.
go get loaded and watch children's theater. Which
Yeah.
we're not
Well,
saying you
you know,
have to
hopefully-
do, but yeah.
Hopefully, have a kid, or go to the bars, have a kid, and then you can
Oh.
go to the show. Yeah.
Oh,
The
But
Crane-
you
the
don't
Crane
actually
has a
have to
bar,
have
I'm
a
not
kid to
sure.
go to the show, do you? Or are people going to be looking at you weird?
You don't have to. I mean, I would question. People might question. But
I'm just thinking we might have a few, not all, but we might have a few childless beer Avengers out
you
there.
could go and no one would look sideways because
All right.
you know people there and all that. So
Excellent.
Well, it's the weekend. Dads are gonna want to enjoy their weekend while being with the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
you
moms
can have
too.
A couple
Or-
pops.
maybe you want to learn about how you can help the earth and some music education as well.
It all
Give you a
sounds
pro
great.
tip about the Crane. If you go
Oh.
over there and the bar is not open, I don't know if it will be during the children's theater show. Is it in the afternoon?
It will not be during the day, but yeah, they have it
there you go.
available at night.
But what you could do, go upstairs to KGB bar,
Yeah.
bring the beer back down to the theater.
Which,
Ooh.
despite
This
their
is-
initials, has nothing to do with the little KGB. And in fact, they deliberately do not have any Russian vodka there
They do not have any Russian.
because
It is
Crane
not-
is
They do
actually
have-
short for Ukraine.
That's right. They do not
Wow.
It's a Ukrainian theater.
They
It actually is, yeah,
or they
which
used
is-
to anyway.
and they have pro Ukraine stuff everywhere there, which
Yeah.
is great. So, and yay, our president made it there in secrecy and
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for those of you who are listening, whenever this is airing, we are recording on February 20th, and Nutpool's talking about how the president just took a trip there to reaffirm our commitment to helping
Yeah,
them.
my dad is 80. Well, he'll be 80 in April, and he doesn't like to cross the bridge to leave the Cape. So to fly to Poland and then
I
get into
know.
the Ukraine. I mean, this
Yeah.
old bastard. He's got some chutzpah.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I thought his performance at the State of the Union address was exceptional.
baller.
He shows up with and he
He's a
just throws
baller.
those aviators on.
No one can deal with a heckler better than Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Pronounce it correctly. It's Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Right on. Well, I tell you what. I was glad we got Nutpool back in the fold, and we'll have to have him come back again to the
Yes,
show.
absolutely. I do have a couple things I wanna talk about before we wrap things up, and maybe you guys do as well. Specifically, a few episodes back, we had the new beer avenger known as the Provider. Although if you're in Beer and
Oh,
Cheese
yes.
Collective, her name is Sarah. We can
Mhm.
out her name because that's people who work in the industry. They can go. They can go both sides
Mama
of the
as
thing.
well.
Yeah, Mama or Mama Sarah, the provider. She told
That's,
us they were
that's a
bringing
great
back.
name.
They were
I
bringing
love
back
that name.
taste. Well, she provides us with all of our sponsored pours. So
Of
it was,
course. No,
yeah,
As one should.
and
it's
Huck
like
gets credit. He came up with that one.
the collector, the provider. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
She had mentioned that they were going to bring back tastings, and ever since that last episode, they have, without fail, every other Friday had a great tasting. There was, I know Barrier did one, Citizen Cider did one.
Oh, nice.
What's the junior IPA? Radiant Pig did one.
Radiant Pig.
Uh,
Wow.
Excellent.
and if you're listening to this, you're probably too late to get to the Lawson's one that is happening Friday the
Lawson.
24th.
Good
As in
choice.
Lawson's Sip of Sunshine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
really,
That's a
really
good one.
good stuff. So, but keep on their Instagram to see when those are, because they're every other Friday. They're free. You get to taste like 4 beers, 4 cheeses, and maybe stay and have one as well. It's
Yeah.
always a good time. I also want to mention, because by the time our next episode comes out, it'll be so far out of it. Beer Wonder, you and I are going to a very exciting event this on Saturday, the 25th of February.
Yes. Quality control of the New York City beer scene is happening, and I'm very pleased to be a part of it. Captain, you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's the kickoff to New York City Beer Week, sponsored by the New York City Brewers Guild, and it is I should have looked up the numbers, but even then I probably couldn't keep up with it. Almost everyone from the New York City Brewers Guild, as well as a lot of guest brewers, are going to be there with samples. It's roughly, it's a really great deal. And we will do our best to record some of it, because with all those free samples, Beer Wonder and I aren't apt to remember too much of it.
No, we will try to take notes, but that doesn't always work out so well.
No,
But they're so much fun.
I smell an Instagram live coming.
I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if we'll do the whole thing, but and if you can teach us how to use TikTok, Huck, maybe we'll put something on there as well.
Oh, you do a TikTok live. Well, you have to get 1,000 followers first.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well,
Then,
maybe
then Huck, tell them where they can follow us on the TikToks.
Oh, that's right. We're at the Beer Avengers at TikTok. We're also just find the Beer Avengers on Instagram and Facebook. Wherever you get your social medias, we are going to be there with beer knowledge, beer fun, just beeriness, just general
about-
cheery beeriness.
MySpace.
You know, I
No,
don't think we have a MySpace.
no.
Fail.
I mean, we do have a TikTok.
we do have a
Yeah.
TikTok. We're cool with the youths of
And you know
today,
what?
not the elders.
The next generation's going back to MySpace. You
No, listen, the
watch.
TikTok has actually been taken over by the elders a bit.
Oh, really?
Not
So is
taken
it the
over, not old people. I'm talking about like millennials, but you know,
Oh. Is it Be
Uh,
Real that all the kids are on these days? Is that the one that they're doing now?
I guess.
Or have they gone to
I don't
Twitter?
know about it. That's where they are.
We're barely on Twitter. We
Oh, we have a
exist
Twitter
there, but
too,
I
I
don't
guess.
spend much time there, just because it's such a fucking shit show right now.
Yeah. Fuck
Hey,
that.
That
there's
is
mature
correct.
content.
Yay! Fine, we earned it. We earned it. I'm so pleased.
Now,
Yeah.
I've mentioned several things that have already happened by the time you're listening, but it's really important to me that I mention something that is about to happen. There's a new thing.
Okay.
It's they're doing like a Queens restaurant month.
Oh,
Run by
That's
this
cool.
organization called queenstogether.org. And what they do is they get needy families meals. And
Oh, how cool.
so there's 166 restaurants in the borough of Queens for the whole month of March. And you can donate whatever you want to, but for as little as a $25 donations to queenstogether.org, you get a discount at all of those restaurants for the entire month of March.
How cool.
It's anywhere between 10 to 20%, and the Beer and Cheese Collective is at the top tier of that. So this is like, I'm going to make
That's
money
amazing.
on this. I'm going to give $25 to queenstogether.org, and I get 20% off my tab for the entire month of March for in-store purchases.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and I suggest, again, that's queenstogether.org. It's a really great cause, and give a chance to explore some new restaurants, including our sponsor, the Beer and Cheese Collective.
What a great thing to be doing. That's so awesome.
Thanks.
And what a great thing for Beer and Cheese Collective to be, contributing to and being a part of.
Yes,
Thanks for that knowledge. That's awesome.
but not a story of beer and cheese. They're not on there. If they were, I'd say it, but they're not. Maybe they'll be added before March 1st. But
What?
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have
should
to
we
come
give
over to
Nut-
my part of the Nutiverse, Nutpool.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, I
Nutpool,
want
any
to
last words for us?
I want to thank you all for having me here,
Oh,
and I can now I can may or may not contact my legal team, and I think
Okay.
we're all good here.
Wait a minute, you may.
Or may not.
Yeah, but I mean, you allow the possibility that you may. I feel like you're just sort of.
there was an
ungentile-
option.
Yeah, I thought we were all good, man.
No, we're all good.
Oh, good. All right. No, you were just that was a
I
joke.
just-
That was I'm.
It was
I'm
a
dense
joke.
sometimes. Yeah.
I just gotta say one more thing for all of my fans out there that are listening to this particular episode.
Yes.
And that is that Nutpool rules. Yeah.
Is there a list of rules, or are you just are you about to start reciting the Nutpool rules? Is that what that was? Oh no, you're just
yeah.
that was a statement. Oh, I'm sorry. See,
Now, that's a verb. the verb,
again,
yeah.
I'm only drinking this 7% beer, but clearly it's had its
Oh,
effect.
Captain.
I haven't had enough to eat today, but yes, Nutpool does rule. Sure.
Captain.
Yes, you
Thank
rule.
you.
You rule, Nutpool.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
being here. Come back anytime.
Yeah,
Not
I'll
legally
see you-
binding.
I'll see you on the next several episodes. All right.
You bet.
Yes, you can listen to those. You can download them whenever you want to.
Wait,
as soon as
what?
they're available. Thanks
I need to
everyone for
contact my legal
listening.
team.
It's great that we're having Nutpool back again. It's a best Nutpool episode ever. And thank all of you for
Definitely.
listening. And Huck, I see you're clutching your uke there, so I think it's time. Thanks again, everyone. We'll hear you next time, and play us out, Huck.
We're the beer Avengers, beer Avengers, beer Avengers. We're the beer Avengers.
Yeah.